One of the things that 26.2 figured out early was it's a different listening environment than a broadcast environment. So in other words, when a listener experience, I'm listening to a station I've created, and not only is it one of the stations I've created, it's the one I want to listen to now. And after the fifth song, whatever, a commercial comes on, it's playing to me, right? And the creative, strategy and execution that 26.2 has engaged Pandora really kind of set the bar for how to talk, engage, and get feedback from a Pandora listener. And you've no doubt been able to see that through measured response and really some of the campaigns that you've produced. I'd say certainly most noteworthy are the ones for Whole Foods, but I'd also say the same for Give Something Back. Office Supply Company had some of the highest click-through rates that we've seen on our site.
Well, thank you. And I think that really speaks to our core DNA, which is not just looking at media, but how someone consuming media. And we call it channeling. So we actually channel that individual and hopefully put creative out that's going to be relatable and that they can connect to.
You bet. Well, I mean, think about some of the earlier experiments that that we trialed where you were doing specific store messaging.
Yes.
Where the stores in San Francisco were promoting prepared sushi lunches, and the same Whole Foods store down in Santa Clara was talking about meatloaf. I don't recall exactly what it was, but it was very clever, and it was relevant and contextual. I mean, the lunchtime ads were served, hey, here's a novel idea. We'll serve those ads right before lunch.
This is the big thinking we do at 26.2.
But I mean, it's that versus, I still appreciate the business, but you might imagine we're engaged with a lot of high-profile brands where they're essentially repurposing their network radio creative, and many of those commercials have been created to kind of break through clutter of a 4 or 5 spot stop set. And that's not what you do. Like you said, you're following the consumer where they are and how they're consuming our media.